What's going on, guys? Welcome back to No Quip Sports and No Quipaki with myself, Josh Glidden, sporting the newest addition to the Collecciones. Got this bad boy for $12. It's a $170 jersey, so, savers, man. You gotta love it. Sorry about the lack of a Friday video. I'm going to go over some stuff that I was going to talk about on Friday. Camera's been on the fritz lately. Whole ordeal. Last week's Eastern Conference calls, I called the Habs to beat the Sabres on the 31st, 6-2, and they won 5-2. So that's sweet. I called the Penguins to beat the Blue Jackets on the 3rd, 3-2, and they won 4-3. So go Josh, pretty close on both those games. This week, Metropolitan Division, I have Washington versus Carolina. Both these teams are doing fairly well right now. They both have, well, obviously Washington's doing fairly well, but Carolina's doing fairly well as well. Both teams are on a 3-game winning streak. Carolina's visiting Washington on the 7th. I just don't think they'll be able to pull it off. Washington is just too much of a force for them, I think, and I think Washington is going to come away with this game 2-1. Atlantic Division, I have the Habs and Bruins. I'm super duper excited about that because obviously I'm a Bruins fan. The Bruins fan in me, the homer, wants to say the Bruins are going to win, but I honestly think the Habs are going to win. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I am wrong, but I just don't think that the Bruins can hold off the Canadiens, another very, very good team this season, especially with the recent injuries that are plaguing the Bruins. Rask is kind of up in the air right now. He left the last game. Bergeron's kind of up in the air. So we will see what happens with that. I am going to call the Habs to win this one 4-2. Hope I'm wrong as a Bruins fan, but I hope I'm right as an analyst. So we shall see about that game, shall we? So, general kind of nonsensical stuff I want to talk about, news. This past week, the new goalie pants rule went into effect. They're much slimmer, much more streamlined pants that, are less baggy. I like this a lot. Mike Smith of the Coyotes does not. He feels as though goalies are being punished for being good. But I like the rule a lot. I really do. My reflection's bothering me. I like the rule a lot because I've seen a lot of games where excuse me. I've seen a lot of games where, equipment, loose baggy jerseys or loose baggy pants save a puck that, otherwise would have gone in. It wasn't on any technical skill on the goalie's part, and, it still went in, which kind of sucks. So as long as they're still just as protected, I'm all for it. And the goalies better get on board too, because stiff penalties will be incurred if you do not follow up with this rule. I believe it's $1,000 to the equipment manager, which, like, ouch. I assume equipment managers don't make that much money. I believe it's $5,000 to the individual goalie and a few thousand to the team overall. I think about 25 grand to just the team organization as a whole. So the NHL is really going to crack down on goalie equipment. So we shall see what happens with that. Pretty interesting. Another big video I want to talk about. The Zadorov Scheifele hit. It was the Abs Jets game. I can't speak today, gang. Sorry. It was the Abs Jets game, and it was a huge, crushing open ice hit, which I love. You don't see great open ice hits a lot anymore because people are afraid of the consequences, even if it's completely clean. The league reviews basically anything nowadays. And Zadorov's hit was clean. His feet didn't leave. Main point of contact is, the shoulders, chest area, maybe a little bit of the neck, but he wasn't head hunting. Scheifele had his head down, and he just got trucked. It was a great hit. I recommend. I'll link the video down here in the description. It was a phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal hit. But as always, when there's any open ice hit whatsoever, even if it's the most clean hit of all time, all of the Jets crowd Zadorov like, how dare you play hockey? But it's like I know in the moment they didn't see what happened. They just see their teammate on the ice and they're like, oh, what the hell? You probably just I know adrenaline's flying and I love fighting. I think it needs to stay in hockey, but it just always aggravates me how teams get so frustrated and angry about clean open ice hits. Just doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, how about instead of, being throwing a hissy fit, you just go out there and try to win. You know what I mean? So, but it was an amazing hit, and I highly, highly, highly recommend you watch that. Patriots won the Super Bowl, which is sweet. And so, yeah, I gave you my Eastern Conference predictions for this week. I'll be on a video on Wednesday, promise. I have stuff to do Wednesday afternoon, so it's probably going to be out in the morning. Don't forget to like us, follow us, subscribe to us on all the platforms of social media. And, well, until Wednesday, go hockey, go Pats. See you guys later.